What trade would you love to see that would be awesome for your fantasy team? Let's orchestrate a few.
One I think is a home run, and it works not only in fantasy football world, but it works in the real world as well. The Tennessee Titans need to trade Derrick Henry to the Buffalo Bills. Now, I understand they bring in James Cook, who's having a similar season to Henry in terms of yardage. I know that, but to me, it's like they were in on a lot of these running backs who they never actually ended up getting. That phase of the Titans being great is kind of over with, and I think King Henry should get another crack at the playoffs. That is just like a match made in heaven. He's the perfect fit for Buffalo. If we want to talk about more trades, we can talk about this one after, but if Tannehill gets healthy, move Tannehill to the Jets. Like, that's another good
100%. Yeah. I think that's a brilliant trade. Tannehill to the Jets just to keep the seat warm, just in case Aaron Rodgers can come back. I think that's a great trade. And I think it would make him viable for fantasy again. I'm going to trade T. Higgins to the Detroit Lions. Amon-Ra St. Brown, primarily out of the slot. He's a great slot receiver, like CeeDee Lamb. Tons of catches, whatever. But they need a field stretcher, and that could be T. Higgins. And if they have two wide receivers with a threat, like Amon-Ra and T. Higgins, they're going to be really, really tough to handle. I think we'd feel much more comfortable about starting him, believe it or not, with Jared Goff than we do with Joe Burrow right now today.
A team that I was toying around with as well to try to figure out, like, there's missing something. They could be good because of how good their defense is, and I'm talking about in real life NFL, but like the Cleveland Browns, and I was thinking like like should they go
just lost Jerome Ford, so what about if they got Derrick Henry?
Well, I was I had two guys in mind. I was thinking Saquon Barkley. I moved Saquon there. I love number 26, what he's done for the city, but it's time for him to probably move on somewhere else and be effective because he's an every down back. So I think he'd be a great candidate for a team that is dealing with a ton of running back injuries like the Browns.
I want Rashad Penny to go to the Bucs. He's been one of the most efficient runners in the league when he's healthy. This is not a health issue. They're fine. They don't need him, right? Let him go. Like, for fantasy, I would love Rashad Penny to be a thing because he's just sitting on your bench or he's sitting on the waiver wire, and he could be a hero that could save some of us for the rest of the season.